Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's start this video. If you have a passion for trend following strategies, you're in luck because in today's video, we'll delve into my top RSI indicator strategy for trend trading. This strategy is not only remarkably straightforward but also highly profitable. We'll cover which indicators to use, the optimal settings, and how to enter and exit your trades effectively. If you find this video informative, don't forget to leave a like. Let's dive right in. Now, the cornerstone of this trend-following strategy is the Ultimate RSI, which was developed by Lux Algo. To add it to your chart, go to the Indicator Search tab and type in Ultimate RSI. Make sure you select the one by Lux Algo. The Ultimate RSI is a novel type of oscillator that builds upon the Relative Strength Index, a popular momentum tool used to compare recent gains and losses to identify overbought and oversold market conditions. The Ultimate RSI has been fine-tuned to place more emphasis on following trends rather than adopting a contrarian approach. In essence, it strives to more robustly identify and adhere to the prevailing trend of an asset, as compared to the traditional RSI. The Ultimate RSI can identify the overbought or oversold levels in the market more quickly and stay in these levels much longer, potentially reducing the number of false signals. Now let's go over these indicators' components. This black line that usually changes color to green and red is called the Ultimate RSI line. This orange line is called the signal line. This horizontal line at the top is called the overbought level, and this line at the bottom is the oversold level. And finally, this line in the center is called the midline. As we can see, whenever the Ultimate RSI line ascends above the midline, that indicates the beginning of a bullish trend. When it goes above the overbought level, that indicates a strong bullish trend. On the other hand, a descent below the midline suggests a bearish trend, and going below the oversold level indicates a strong bearish trend. Now you may be thinking, but what is the role of the signal line? Well, it serves as a vital tool for gauging the strengths of these bullish and bearish trends. In a bullish phase, a position of the Ultimate RSI line above the signal line signifies an increasing strength of that bullish trend. Conversely, a drop below the signal line indicates that the bullish momentum is decreasing, often indicating a market pullback or even a trend reversal. Now, during a bearish phase, whenever the Ultimate RSI line is below the signal line, that indicates an increase in strength of that bearish trend. Conversely, when the RSI line is above the signal line, that indicates that the bearish momentum is decreasing, often indicating a market pullback or even a trend reversal. Next, we're going to explore the settings of this indicator. For high accuracy modification in this indicator. Now let's dive deeper into the settings of this indicator. First, we have the length. This refers to the number of historical candles that factor into the Ultimate RSI calculation. For our strategy, we're going to retain the default value of 14. Next up is the method. This denotes the type of smoothing used to calculate the Ultimate RSI. These techniques help in refining the price data, thereby making the trend identification more lucid. As we can see here, options are presented in a spectrum of reactivity with the most reactive at the top, cascading down to the least reactive at the bottom. We're going to go with TMA. Moving on to the source. It basically dictates the variety of price data that fits into the calculations. Our choice here is the close price. Following this, you have the flexibility to alter the color of the Ultimate RSI line as per your preference. Switching gears to the signal line settings, we encounter the smoothing period, which outlines the number of past candles engaged in its smoothing process. For the smoothing method, we've chosen to go with the least reactive option, which is TMA. Now let's shift to the line style settings of the overbought and oversold levels. In this segment, we're opting to lower the opacity to a sheer 0% and we're also going to change the colors to black. This aims to furnish a pristine black or a sideline, devoid of any distractions. Now, let's proceed to the Style tab. Then here we're going to uncheck the overbought and the oversold level and then click OK. Now, how do we trade with this indicator? Well, as mentioned earlier, this is going to be a trend filter indicator. More specifically, a short-term trend filter indicator. So in order to trade with it, we will need to have an entry confirmation indicator like a buy-sell indicator. So in this video, we're going to go Indicators tab and search Twin Range Filter, this one by Colin MCK. And while we're here, let's look for a long-term or overall trend filter indicator. We're going to go with an indicator called EMA Trend Cloud. This one by R. Westbrook, J.R. Double-click on the EMA Trend Cloud, then on the Inputs tab, change the fast EMA length to 50 and the slow EMA length to 200. On the Style tab, uncheck these 4 options and then click the OK. For the Twin Range Filter, yes, we're going to leave all the settings at the default values. Now, these 3 indicators are going to work in conjunction to give us a simple yet profitable trading strategy. The EMA Trend Cloud is going to be used for that trend identification. When it's colored green and the price is trading above it, that is a bullish trend. When it's colored red and the price is trading below it, that is a bearish trend. The Twin Range Filter is going to be our entry confirmation indicator. Whenever it says long, we're going to enter a long trade. Whenever it says short, we're going to enter a short trade. And then finally, the ultimate RSI is going to be our short-term trend identification indicator. And we'll see how we're going to use it in the next few minutes with trade examples. Speaking of trade examples, how can we use these indicators to trade? Well, to take a long trade, these are the conditions. First, the EMA Trend Cloud should be colored green to indicate that the market is in a bullish trend. Second, the ultimate RSI line should cross above this orange signal line, and that crossover should happen below the midline. After the crossover, we're going to wait until a long signal is printed by the Twin Range Filter indicator. Now, for this long signal to be valid, the ultimate RSI line should be above the midline and it should also be above the signal line at the time the signal is printed. All the mentioned conditions are met on this candle, so we're going to enter a long trade. Set a stop loss below the most present swing low. For the take profit, we're going to target is 1:1.5 risk to reward ratio. Let's see how it plays out this trade. We can see here won this trade. Now here's a super important thing to remember. Now, pay attention. If this black RSI line goes below the signal line, you wouldn't take any more trades even if the RSI line crosses back above. An entry like this one would not be valid. Instead, you would wait for both the RSI line and the signal line to go under the midline and then start over with the entry conditions. In summary, you want both the 2 lines to be below the midline. Then the black RSI line should cross above the signal line. Then you would wait for a long signal to be printed by the Twin Range Filter. At the time the signal is printed, the black RSI line should be above the signal line and it should also be above the midline. Now to take a short trade, we're going to do the opposite. First, the EMA Trend Cloud should be colored red to indicate that the market is in a bearish trend. Second, the ultimate RSI line should cross below this orange signal line and that crossover should happen above the midline. After the crossover, we're going to wait until a short signal is printed by the Twin Range Filter. For this short signal to be valid, the ultimate RSI line should be below the midline and it should also be below the signal line at the time the signal is printed. All the mentioned conditions are met on this candle, so we enter a short trade. Set the stop loss above the most present swing high. For the take profit, we're going to set it at 1.5 times the risk for a risk-reward ratio of 1 minute and 1.5 seconds. Let's see how it plays out trade. You can this trade hit take profit. In summary, Lux Algo's ultimate RSI indicator emerges as a powerful trading tool, adept at identifying short-term trend reversals with exceptional accuracy. When coupled with the EMA Trend Cloud, which provides insights into the broader market direction, it enables a thorough and nuanced analysis, establishing a strong basis for making profitable trading choices. That concludes this video. I trust you've gained some valuable insights. If you have, please show your support by hitting the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated. Thanks for watching our video.